Good morning. Hello, people.
Hello.
Welcome to Elevenses.
So I just closed the drawer on the strap to the U-base.
I got trapped in the kitchen.
Yes. Sorry, I've been busy. I haven't had a chance to tune, so I'm gonna do
So you're gonna tune now?
Sure. So, good morning. I'm Christine.
I'm Aiden.
We
And
are
we are
Friction
Friction.
Farm. Thank you for joining us for Elevenses.
A song and a snack. I feel like my head's getting cut off.
Well, then
I'm gonna
back
adjust.
up or adjust or something.
I'm just gonna adjust up a little bit like that. There we go. Okay, cool. We're back. It's a beautiful day here in South Carolina.
And you haven't lost your head.
Well, I might have lost my head, but it's kind of there. You know, most of it.
So
Some of
it
it's
is.
gone, I suppose.
It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I believe this is the closest Thursday to Earth Day.
It is.
So we thought we would do an Earth Day song. I mean, not really. It's not about Earth Day or anything. It's just about, the stuffs.
I'd also like to point out that this morning I noticed 3 new chipmunks in the yard. Apparently it's been a productive winter for the chipmunks.
I hate nature.
Maybe just a reproductive winter for the chipmunks.
Also, like we're both sniffling because we have allergies. So
Because everything is in bloom.
everything is
Everything.
and all that, and we're supposed to be joyful about nature.
I don't think that's on, is it?
It's on. It's just on.
Should I turn it to
Sure, if you'd like.
low or high?
I just look it all the way.
Can you hear that? Of course
Sure,
you can.
Sure, they can. So, did you all? Were you all impressed that we knew how to go live this morning? That we remembered it from last week? That you actually have to hit the button that says live, and you can't just
We
stand
did.
there in your kitchen. We
We
did.
didn't remember.
Yes, we did.
I thought we just navigated our way through it again.
Yeah. So, I have stuffs in the oven. Not out and done yet. Oh no, I could do this. Look at this. Oh, sad. Must go.
Oh well.
Yes, right. So, Earth Day. Yes, Earth Day is like what, 50 years old? More than 50 years old?
53, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Was it 1970?
I don't know, but more than 50 years old. It's not a spring chicken anymore, and sometimes it's hard to look at where we are and think that was really a productive effort. But think of where we might be if we didn't start drawing some attention to things. And I don't understand. Literally, I do not understand climate change deniers. And I guess that's just a matter of fear, saying, oh, I don't know what to do about it, so I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist. And that I totally get. But the thing is, the science is what the science is, right? And now, two scientists can totally disagree with that. But, in the world of scientific data, the number of scientists who say, yeah, the world's kind of heating up, make it so. But I think too often it gets tied to the, well, but what can we do? And even if I can do something, it doesn't matter. And what is the cost of doing something? And I don't even think we need to have those conversations. People are like, oh, why should I sacrifice? What the crap are you sacrificing? Drive a little less, drive a little slower, be more thoughtful in your purchases. How tough is that? But I also want you to know, if you are new to the friction farming, that we built the house that we're standing in. We designed it, we built it. And one of the reasons we did that is because we lived in this leaky old cottage, and that was built about 80 years ago. And it was sweet and it had a lot of character, but the wind blew through it. Literally, the wind blew through it with all the doors and windows closed. So we built this house more or less to prove that building a house that was efficient really didn't cost a whole lot more, as everybody tells you. Oh, if you're going to build a greenhouse, it's going to cost you twice as much as no, not even at all. So we have solar panels and we have super killer insulation, and we did the work ourselves, so that saved us money. And if we didn't, I think like what the house would have cost maybe 10% more, maybe.
For the labor that we did?
The labor that we did.
I might go 15 or 20, but
No, for the envelope. I mean, we saved a lot of money by doing stuff like, our cabinets or whatever. But I mean, for building the envelope, the efficient part of the house, maybe 10%. Maybe.
oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe not even.
Maybe.
So it's a false argument to say that it's economically unfeasible.
The theorem can't be proved, is that what you're saying?
So anyway, so that. By the way, farmers always know about the weather. Just wanted to know that.
So does nature.
Buried my first warbler yesterday. Pretty yellow bird, first innocent casualty of the Indian summer wars. Living room was buttoned up, windows shut, keep it nice and cool. Fans and screens were all we'd need. September's a mighty. You may say it isn't so. The birds, they surely know. "250 miles from the coast, pressure gun, unprepared for hurricanes, lost a mighty boat again. You may say it isn't so. The birds, they surely know. You may say it isn't so. You may say it isn't so. The birds, they surely know. "11 centuries, pretty yellow bird, from the homeland of the Cherokee, pretty yellow bird, steady motion of the sun, seasons follow one by one, now there's barely spring at all, a summer trip to winter without fall. Change in prevailing winds, subtle shift, tiny butterfly, careless migration, flowers blooming out of time. You may say it isn't so. say it isn't so. The birds, they surely know. The birds, they surely know. Birds, they surely know. For my tuning, this is so way out. I don't know why I'm retuning this. We're not doing another song, but
So pretty yellow bird. We have lots of pretty yellow birds today. They're finches. Haven't seen any warblers in the last few weeks.
No. So so that song came about because a window hit the bird, and when we went out to look at the bird, what?
A window hit the bird.
It's kind of what happens, right? I mean, like,
The
hey,
bird was just doing its thing.
when did that window show up? Yeah. When we went out to look at the bird, it was one that probably shouldn't have been here at that moment. But migration patterns have changed. And we have a lot of friends who are gardeners, and they talk about putting out things for, I hear it. Putting out, planting the proper things for pollinators, and how they're just putting them in different places, different towns, different states, and different things, because what is migrating when has changed dramatically just in the past 5 years of casual conversations with people. It's a little scary.
Zones are shifting.
So one of the amazing things that you could do for the environment is to do some grass reduction, lawn reduction, because lawn doesn't really feed anything, and things need food. There's less and less food out there, so plant some native plants instead of grasses. Also, remember that there's bread in the oven, and don't let it just burn in there.
Oh, that's good.
It looks good. Okay, does it look done now? Yeah. That's the
Sounds
sweet, like
done.
it sounds done, right?
The sound of done bread.
So I done bread sounds like that.
The sound of bread.
Baked
Finished.
bread.
What is the sound of baked bread? Did you hear it?
Kind of a hollowiness.
You know, there's always the smell of baked bread, but the sound of baked
So,
bread.
why am I
I
doing
like that.
I can't believe I just came out of a 400-degree oven and I just picked it up with my hand. So there is the bread. It's a tiny loaf. There's 3 of them. And it's regular bread dough, my usual, this is what I make every week, but I added cinnamon, cardamom, and walnuts. So it's more Elevensy like. I'm saying Elevensy because
Sweet snack. Did you add that to each of them?
not all of them, huh?
Oh,
No, but that one.
got it. That's our Elevenses.
That shall be. I feel
Bread.
like it needs about 15 minutes to cool before we cut into it. So it's very much not going to be 11s. It's going to be 12s or
11:45s.
yes, 11:30s. Whatever.
Tea time in the UK.
Well, isn't that always?
It's always tea time in the UK.
Not
This is
really.
true, right, Diana? You know that's true.
No, there's proper tea time, and then there's like, oh, somebody shows up, and would you like a cup of? Yes.
We
So
do have
there's-
friends that have tea 5 times a day.
There's comments. I see them there.
I see
Hello,
Ross Caddio.
peoples. Hello.
Hi, Laura Sue. She said that 71, I think it was Laura Sue, or maybe it was Lori Caldwell, said 71 was Earth Day. Somewhere in there. 70, 71.
Yeah, whatever.
210, 220, whatever it
Yes,
takes.
so it's 50 years. Wow, 50 something years. Yeah, like it's not like it helps with the math. We don't know what year it is now, so I get that wrong a lot. What year is this? Really? How old am I? What? So
Dan Sandy says their tea kettle just whistled. Do you have snow up there, Dan?
no,
Okay,
No.
not still, right?
no, but
No,
you
I'm
know,
sure.
appropriate
Oh,
time.
no, he's in Beckett, right? He said he was in Beckett.
Okay. Anyway, appropriate time. Always an appropriate time for a cup of tea.
I'm ready.
So what I was going to say is, next week we will not be doing 11s. Sorry.
Why?
I mean, we could do it on a different. Well, because we will be teaching teaching isn't the right word, sort of presenting a class about how music informs our view of history and how we think about how history occurred, and how that informs our lives and our identities today. So we'll be talking about, on Thursday, we'll be talking about music of social justice movement of the 20th century, and how that affects how we think about issues today. Why why we do this, I don't know. It was a subject that was interesting to us, so we learned about it, and now we'll be sharing that.
And if you happen to be near Highland, South North Carolina, there are there's still places.
Yeah, so that's where we'll be doing that. So we'll be right in the middle of a class, and so we will not be right here with you. Is that like the first Elevenses we've missed?
Knowingly missed, yes.
Knowingly missed, right?
Well, I mean, like I said, we're not going to be there. It's. I think maybe actually we might have done it once before. This is
oh,
year.
Maybe last year.
Is this? We're starting year.
We're in year 4. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're in year 4 of doing Elevenses. Wow, I cannot even believe that. So.
I am bewildered, befuddled, and.
Well, I just want to say this was a product of our shut-in period. I just come up with different names for it all the time, and it was one of the few things about that I can say was a good thing. If not for that, we wouldn't do this, and that's kind of cool. It's great to hook up with everybody once a week, except for next week.
I think I'm impressed that Laura Sue Wilansky was there at the first Earth Day.
Wow.
1970, she said. She looked it up.
Yeah.
She said she should have known because she helped organize it in Syracuse.
Yay! Yay!
Doesn't surprise me, Laura Sue.
And still doing the work today. Very much so. So thanks for that. All right.
We're gonna have some walnut, cardamom, cinnamon bread and tea.
You're gonna make more tea.
We're gonna make some more tea. Dan said the kettle just boiled, so we're ready now.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us this week. We will see you again 2 weeks.
2 weeks of Surfa.
We did
it live from Surfa in the lobby with Dan and Faith, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, so we'll do that again. Why not? We'll have a new cast of characters. Anyway, I'm Christine.
I'm Aiden.
We're Friction Farm.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.